Hello, my classy queens. Today I am with the beautiful, and
Ashley.
Ashley is my cousin. And today we just came to chat. We're going to share some stories in our life. We're going to talk a little bit about depression, and we just going to chat it up. So how you feeling today,
I'm
cuz?
feeling good,
That's
real
good.
good.
That's good. I'm feeling good too. Like I just came off of a week of teaching women about confidence
Mm-hmm.
all this week. So it feels really good to as I'm teaching them, it's reminders for myself to stay
Mm-hmm.
confident as you working on stuff. We all got our little flaws. Like
Yeah, yeah.
this little stomach right here is one of my little flaws, but I've learned to embrace it. I love it. It doesn't define me.
I feel
Do
you.
you have any things that you feel like you used to hide or
For me, obviously, every woman who's had children or whatever it is to hide their stomach.
mhm.
For sure, I'm hiding it now.
Mhm.
Okay, there's two kids in. I'm hiding it now. But for me, honestly, I used to try to hide my dark skin. Not
Really?
bleaching or nothing like that, but I used to
Okay.
just kind of shell myself, kind of not
Mm.
confident in my chocolateness, if you
Let's
will.
talk about that.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about it.
Well, for me, I used to, back in the day, well, probably still now, but kids are mean.
Mm.
Kids are very mean. So, being called black ass or
Oh
my name's
no.
Ashley, so Ashley,
Oh
and the
no.
comment, you're cute for a dark skinned girl, that.
I don't like that.
I don't like that neither. Why I can't just be cute?
Mm.
Why I just can't be cute? And so it used to really make me feel some type of way about my chocolate skin. And honestly, being in Stockton in high school and stuff like that, I got real black.
Oh no.
I was real. I got real black. I used to run track. I was outside,
Okay.
so I was real dark. It was a
Mm.
point in time I was real dark. Like my old pictures, I was real dark. I was just outside with it. As I get older, my skin has a little glow to it, but
That's right.
it made me feel. It really made me feel some type of way because I didn't like my dark skin.
Oh, I hate to hear that.
I
But to
know.
say that now, I consider myself caramel. I'm in between.
You little milk
Now,
chocolate caramel.
believe it or not, girls of my complexion, we went through a phase where when the light skinned girls was in, they
Mm,
was in, and when the chocolate girls had they shine, they had they shine, and
yeah.
then we was just left in the middle. We wasn't
Little.
light enough or we wasn't dark enough. So believe it or not, caramel girls had their little things too. Like especially when y'all dark had it, light had it, we was just
You're just in the middle.
not enough. We wasn't enough either. So I think skin complexions is really it's a big cause of depression
Yeah.
for some women
It could be.
because
It
they're
could
like
be.
you add to it not only just light skin with the curly hair.
Yeah. Yeah.
So because even if you was dark skin with the curly hair, it still didn't matter.
No,
You was still a dark skinned
you was
girl.
cute for a dark skinned girl.
Hmm
You got nice hair.
You got good hair for a dark skinned girl,
Yeah.
and I think that's so harsh.
It is. It
And
really messed with my confidence in school. It
wow, and
did.
you are gorgeous,
Thank
cause
you,
you
cousin.
gorgeous.
Thank you. It really did. It messed with my confidence until my granny told me she was like, "Get yourself cute.
Hmm
You get yourself cute. You put your this bag of lipstick today. You put you some lipstick on. You put your mascara on. You get yourself cute. You wake up and you look
That's
cute.
right.
You be cute. You feel good on the inside. Who cares? You be cute.
Hmm
You accept." My microphone just fell off.
Where'd it go?
It's right here.
It's okay, girl. Clip it back
My
on.
microphone just fell off.
Clip it right
Okay,
back
yeah.
on, girl. It's all right. We here to chat,
Right.
honey.
But anyways, she taught me to just be cute.
Hmm
To not to be cute, but to feel cute, to make yourself feel good.
hmm
And who cares what anyone else says? And
Absolutely.
I love being a chocolate girl. Like now, I love being a
You
chocolate
love
girl.
it?
I absolutely love it. Like my
Okay.
man, I'm his chocolate.
Okay,
I'm
chocolate.
his chocolate, and I love that title. I'm a chocolate queen. And
Mm.
that's me, chocolate drop.
Okay. I'm just caramel.
Now caramel.
I'm in between. Yeah, you need that chocolate with the caramel.
in the
Caramel, we in between.
in
That's
between.
just how it goes. We fit in between.
In between.
White chocolate with caramel, dark chocolate with caramel.
You fit
We
in.
fit
In
in
between.
between.
That is.
So I want to hit on depression a little bit because, like, I went through some bad depression in my life. I have to say in my early 20s and stuff, just being in a bad relationship and
Okay.
allowing a man, I can't even call him a man, a boy, to cause a lot of hurt and friction to my life, making me feel that I wasn't enough. I wasn't good enough. And I'm sitting there allowing the disrespect, allowing the I ain't gonna even say allowing. I was really hoping for the change because I'm a lover. So I look for the good in the person. And I'm like, he's gonna change. He's gonna change. He's gonna change. And he never changed, but you know who changed me? Tore me to pieces, y'all. When I tell you confidence gone, and I'm finna share something with you that you probably don't know. But I went through a phase where I actually wanted to kill myself. I would take like Tylenol PM pills and a handful and just swallow them and be like, man, I just want to go to sleep. I just want to be in heaven because I don't want to deal with none of this. And I'm so happy that with the grace of God that he allowed nothing to happen to me and allowed me to get sick. Taking a handful of those pills was deadly. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? And every morning I would wake up like, oh, I'm still here. But one day, I started getting back into my Bible and I was like, this ain't it. That's the devil trying to take me out here. You know what I'm saying? And I was just so hurt. And it really hurts me to this day that I allowed a person to make me feel like I wasn't worth nothing when he was the one doing all of the damage. Yeah. But because I felt like, why are you treating me like this? I'm treating you good. I'm here for you. I don't cheat on you. I cook for you. Like, I had it going on, y'all. I was popping small waist. I was popping, okay? I'm still popping. Don't get it twisted. Let him know. But I'm just saying, like, it wasn't like, it was no reason for him to be treating me the way that he treated me. And it caused me a bad depression. It really messed with my insecurity, made me insecure. And I never was insecure, and it just shows that people and their trauma, and if you be around them too long, it could start wearing on you. You know what I'm saying? And that's pretty deep.
I can say this, me being your little cousin, and remember straight out of high school, I was at your house. Straight out of high school. So I saw that. I saw a lot of what you were going through. I saw a lot with what you were dealing with that person. I honestly did. I honestly did, and I was waiting on you to fucking wake up.
Yeah, I know. I could see it in all of y'all. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yes, we were waiting on.
Wake the fuck up! Why are you allowing him? He's not going to change. Why do you keep giving him chances?
I don't care how green those eyes are. Yeah. Like I was waiting on my cousin to wake up, and I was like, damn, like it's like nothing.
How much? What more else does he need to do?
Yes, like I was waiting on my cousin to wake up and just. Finally, you did. Yes, I was waiting on my cousin to wake the fuck up.
Yeah.
But ladies, we have all been there.
I know I ain't alone.
Not at all. We have all been with a dumbass.
For real.
We have all been with a dumbass. We have all been with someone who we just need to go, but we don't go.
It's because we love.
We love.
If we really if you love somebody, you love the ugly, the bad. You love them. Yes. So you want better for them, but they don't want it for themselves.
And you see the better. You know, obviously, you spend time with this person. You know how much they can be a good person. But it's all about actions. As I'm learning now, it's all about those actions. Someone can say this, they can say this and say that, but
action with no meaning behind it. It doesn't mean anything. Those
actions.
It's just words, actually.
But like you said, those 20s, and the 20s are for learning.
They're definitely for learning.
The 20s are for learning. And I learned a lot from you in my 20s. And I honestly learned what I was not going to be putting up with.
Exactly. And that was my whole purpose of like, I went through some crazy shit.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I do not want my little cousin sister because she's like my little cousin, but she's also like my little sister because my auntie is like my road dog. She like my big sister, but she my auntie. So, and this is her daughter.
Mm-hmm.
So when she was born, like I was like, hoo, I got a real life doll. Like I just like I hold on to her. Like, and I'm still like I'm very overprotective of her to this day. Somebody said they did something to Ashley. Oh, get the bail money because it's on and popping. This is I'm
jail.
going to jail. Call the police on myself. Come get me because they didn't hurt my baby.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
But I wanted to make sure that she didn't go through none of that stuff that I went through. And it was hard for me to face y'all because I knew that you looked up to me to a certain extent. You looked up to me.
A lot of extent.
And
more than you ever know.
Oh, thank you,
right,
my
more
friend.
Than you ever know.
Oh, that made me feel good.
Yes.
And I'm just like, I don't want them to see me in all of this hurt, but I know that they were seeing it. Y'all, I was crying. Just I wanted to be better than then I'll get away, right? And they're like, yay. Then I'm like, back with him again. I'm giving him another chance. He gonna change. And they just looking at me with disgust. Like
this.
Like, why? Cause you was doing so good. Why? But this kind of just leads into where I wanted to go with depression.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that was the first stage in my life where I start being depressed. Going home every day from work crying, wondering, where is he? What is he doing? And then that moment you see him, you kind of be like, oh, now you're happy. You forget that you didn't put me through all this pain because that's all you wanted. You just want the happiness.
You just want the happiness, the love, the happiness. Who doesn't want to be loved?
Everybody wants to be loved. Everybody.
I got a story.
Tell.
So my first experience with depression, dealing with a man, and I don't even want to say depression, but he had a baby on me. Mind you, we just had a baby.
Oh,
okay.
That hurt, y'all.
And then I found out from a friend, not even from him, that he was having a baby. And I found out that this was 8 months past, and they already had a baby shower.
Oh.
And I'm finding out from a friend.
So were you pregnant, or you didn't already have your baby?
I already had the baby. I'm thinking we live in this happy life, vacationing. We got us a baby.
Oh.
And I'm thinking this is a start to a new beginning. Like, to be honest, like, I'm thinking it's a start to a new beginning. Like, and nope, nigga having a baby. So you can only.
How did you process that? Being a new mother, right? No.
Yeah.
Well, you wasn't a new mother, but you had a new baby.
My son wasn't one.
Okay.
My son wasn't one. My son was 8-9 months. He wasn't one. And the way that I processed, first of all, I called my mama.
Gotta call mama.
First of all, I called my mama. I found out this information on my way to work. So I'm on the phone. My friend, a good friend of mine, and I hadn't talked to her in a long time. And she couldn't face me because she knew this information.
So she was at the baby shower?
No, she wasn't at the baby shower. She was scrolling through Instagram and saw baby shower pictures.
Social media.
And she's seen these pictures, and she called me. She was like, hey friend, what you doing? I'm on my way to work. She was like, oh, well, call me back when you get some time. I'm like, no, it's good. I can talk right now. Like, I'm on, I got about an hour left to drive. Like, I'm commuting, so I could talk. And her words was, he having a baby. Uh-oh. I said, who having a baby? He having a baby.
Your man is having a baby.
Having a baby. She told me the name. I gotta call you back. Called his ass. I'm calm at first. Like, I need to talk to you. Like, and I need some real shit. You having a baby? He said, who told you that? I don't give a fuck who told me. Are you having a baby? When he asked me, that was his response to my question.
Who told you that? You knew it was true. You knew it.
I already knew.
Stabbed in the heart. God,
literally
daggers.
Stabbed, shot, beat. heart pulled, everything. All the emotions that anyone can experience, I experienced in that moment driving on the 580.
Oh no.
Driving on the 580. I didn't want to let him hear me crying, but I got off that phone and
Oh.
I had to pull my car over.
Did you make it to work that day?
I made it to work by the grace of my mom because I was on the phone with
You
my
had to
mom.
call her.
I had to call my mom and she, calmed me down. And she was like, pull over. Pull over where you at. Do I need to come and get you? Like, where are you? Like, I heard the hurt in my mom's voice.
Because you her baby.
Yes.
She knows my baby is hurting.
I was beyond.
I need to get to her.
I was beyond. And I'm like, no, mom, I'm about to just go to work and push through. And luckily, the job that I had at the time, when I went to work, I couldn't even stop crying. I literally could not even stop. Like I try, you try to push it up, and
tears just running.
I could not stop crying, so I had to express to my job what I had going on. And luckily, I was with a crew that that were understanding. They understand. One of the ladies, she had been through that same exact shit. So they understood. They knew. They let me leave. Oh, because how can you go on to work?
You can't.
Like I literally can't. I literally couldn't. Like I just couldn't. I was so hurt. I have never felt that ever in my life.
And I didn't know that she was going through this at this moment because me and her are very tight.
Yes.
So I had my mama no idea.
Nobody but my mama knew.
Until I found out a little later, and I'm with the what?
Yes, nobody but my mama knew. I was sitting there going through that. And then after the fact, I tried to stick it out in that.
How was that?
It was not.
What do you think was the hardest part in that?
The hardest part for me, well, for one, I was dealing with a narcissist.
Well, that's the end of that.
Yeah.
That's the end of that, guys.
A narcissist, and coming to the realization of that. When we had an argument, and he told me flat out, my daddy told me that I don't need to be sorry kissing nobody's ass.
Wait a minute. So he hurt you until he don't need to be sorry.
Kissing nobody's ass. He already apologized once. He's not about to keep apologizing for it. Mind you, at this time when we were working out, the baby wasn't born. So there was still a whole nother part to process. Like this was just,
so the baby was
this
coming.
was just me even, this whole hurt was just knowing that he's having a baby. Him having the actual baby being here and knowing there's a baby here, and now he has to go over there and he has to be at the hospital. That's a whole nother hurt. That was a whole nother hurt that I had to deal with. When me calling my mom, this bitch is in labor. I'm calling my mom at 10, 11 o'clock at night. Hurt. Like, this bitch is in labor. I'm crying, calling like, and I'm like, I can't do this.
Yeah, you don't deserve
I can't do this because, for one, I would never ever be able to trust him.
Never.
I never be able to trust him, and then to see a little kid running around there like that.
And kids are innocent. Kids are 100% innocent, but it's still a reminder in your face.
In my face. And I could not, because every time I looked at him, I just was so hurt. You were supposed to be my person.
Yeah.
And you preferred me beyond. I never thought I'd go through nothing like that in my life. And I thank God I got through that. And I thank God that I did not stick around.
Oh, God.
I thank God, because that wasn't for me.
Right. And I get it. Like, she had her baby. I had went through a miscarriage, and the guy that I was with got somebody else pregnant. And I had literally just went through a miscarriage. That's a whole nother story I got to tell y'all. But that's why she said, I went through a lot with this guy. So I understand that hurt. But now for her, she has a baby. Still trying to adapt to, what is it, 2 children? Right? Because you had your daughter, and now you have this baby. And this was a gap, right, between your daughter and your son. There's a gap. So
gap, 6 years.
She's back in the game with now juggling 2 children, spreading the love. And now in the back of your mind, you're constantly like, now he got to go over here and visit his other baby. Is he messing with her? That's the first things that come to our head. Yeah. Are they over there messing around?
Yeah.
Are they playing family?
Yeah. And they were.
Now, ooh, let me take.
Yes, and they
They
were.
was playing family too.
They were because as soon as I put him out of my house, you hear that? As soon as I put him out of my house,
Her house.
he had another house to go to, and that was her house.
Her house.
In that same day.
Wow.
You can't tell me they wasn't playing family already.
Oh yeah, they was playing family, and it seems like she knew about you.
And I met her.
Mm.
I met her back in the day when me and him first started talking, and that was his cousin.
So she 100% knew that he was in a relationship. This wasn't he lied to me and he's telling me games.
No,
She knew.
She knew we met each other. All that.
Oh man,
All that.
that's really deep. I'm sorry you had to go through that. I'm
Mm-hmm.
so sorry you
I'm
had to go through
sorry
that.
too, but then I'm glad too because I probably would have still been in that.
Yeah,
Maybe.
you
Who
didn't deserve
knows?
that.
Who knows?
Nah, I think you would have been out.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
too.
we ain't dealing with that too
Yeah,
much.
fuck
But
'em.
these are like that first piece of depression. And then when I actually
Mm-hmm.
lost my father, her uncle,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
that was a deeper depression for me. The other
Yeah.
one, I thought I was depressed until I lost my daddy.
Yeah.
That's when the doors open for me where I'm like, how am I supposed to breathe and live now?
Right.
My heart ain't beating no more. Where I need him. I felt like I needed my dad. I
We
need him.
all
And I
did.
still feel like I need him.
Yeah, we all did.
I'm hurt, y'all. I'm still hurt. Like,
We all did. He was just a special person, like
absolutely.
Most definitely.
But I think what keeps me going, number one, is the Lord. The
Yeah.
Lord gives me my strength each and every day. And just the joy that my dad brought to others, I know that lives inside of me.
Yes.
It lives inside of me. And I'm like, my dad would want me to keep going. He would want me to keep being the person that I am, which is a lover. I love people. I love helping people.
Mm-hmm.
But I had to make sure that I got away from the people that was taking my kindness for weakness. I am a lover and I love helping, but I had to get away from the users.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, regardless of friends, family, whoever it was, it's just like, I can no longer allow you to play in my face.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know you playing in my face because I'm allowing you to do it. You think I don't know you're doing it, but I know.
I know, right.
But I had to, get myself together. And I think we all go through those little patches in life where we go through certain situations where we can deal with the depression in silence.
Yeah.
We don't want people to know what we're going through. Some of it is ashamed. Some of it is just deeply hurt. Some of it is we're not aware. Some of it is just confusion.
Some of it, like for me, like you hit it right on the nose. Some of it's embarrassment too.
Absolutely.
Because some things are avoidable. Some people put themselves in certain situations. If you don't go to work, you ain't gonna make no money.
You don't get no check.
So you can't be depressed about not having no money if you didn't go to work. So a lot of stuff can be embarrassment too. Don't want to own up. Don't want to own up to your own shit.
And we have to. We all go through that.
We all go through it, for sure.
Absolutely.
For sure.
And I feel that once you get to a stage kind of like where me and you are now, you can look back on some of the stuff that you've been through and we've learned from the mistakes.
Yeah.
The difference is some people never learn from their mistakes. So they keep repeating it, and they like, why you keep going down this tornado of a road because you're not making the changes and you're not being accountable for what you're doing and how you're doing it.
Right.
Like, we've all made mistakes, but you have to be accountable. I made that mistake.
Yeah, I did that.
Like, I can't say, oh, I ate a cheeseburger and why my stomach not going flat. I know I ate the cheeseburger. I have to be accountable.
Right.
You ate that cheeseburger, you put them calories on, and then you're mad that your stomach's still poking out. You have to be accountable.
You have to. But that takes a lot of growth. It takes a lot of
and
growth.
discipline.
And discipline.
100%.
For sure. For sure. You're for sure.
No matter what circumstance, if somebody needs, you got to go to work, you have to discipline yourself. Get up and go to work. Can't eat the cheeseburgers, put the cheeseburgers down.
Right.
Like,
you have to hold yourself accountable. You have to have that discipline.
Okay,
sure.
So how do you feel? I didn't mean to cut you off.
You're good.
How do you feel about, I don't know if you have experienced this. Well, you feel like you're in a very good place, and then maybe a week later, a month later, you feel yourself going back into the dark place or tapping back onto the
Oh
dark place.
yeah.
How do you deal with that, or how are you aware that you going back in that place?
For me, it's all about. I tend to try to check in with myself.
Okay.
My check-in times are in the shower.
Okay.
You know
So
that.
how does that go?
So sometimes I
I'm
would.
nosy.
Yeah, right. I like to check in with myself in the shower. Is a good time because it's just you by yourself, or in your bathroom, on the toilet, whatever you do.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, like I like to just check in. Like I might need to let a good cry out.
Okay.
Like in the shower is a great place to just cry and just let that
ugly cry.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
ugly,
get your ugly
snotty, all that.
now wait a minute. Oh, you taking all the
shower? Look,
okay, okay.
The shower is a good place to check in and let. Sometimes you need to let that out.
I agree.
You need to let that out.
So when you feel like you getting balled back up, you feel like it's time for me to check in.
I need to check.
If I need to let it out, I let it out.
What's going on? Because a lot of stuff, like you might have like triggers and memories of stuff. Like I'll never forget this. A couple weeks ago, I delivered for Amazon, and I was delivering a package, and I smelled the smell of white diamond. I instantly started crying. I instantly started crying.
Grandma.
Yes. And it followed me around
the whole day.
Yes. And I'm like, Granny. Granny. Like, I smelt it. I felt her. Like, I just knew like she was right there. I really did. And I just was at work crying, delivering, crying, trying to pull myself together. But I felt that it was just the grieving just coming back as grieving does in waves, and it just hit me like that.
So it's triggers that could take you to
just certain triggers,
different emotions, regardless if it's depression, sadness, grieving, happiness,
whatever. Yes, it just for me it's certain triggers.
I could see that
for sure. Where I know, like like it might have been in the back of my mind, but I haven't addressed it. Like a lot of stuff is not supposed to stay in the back of your mind.
Absolutely.
Some stuff you do have to address, whether like damn, I miss Papa, I miss Uncle Egg, like whatever it is, but just let it out. Let that out. Instead of just having it stick in your mind, because it'll pop up on you when you ain't ready for it to pop up on you.
Absolutely. And like I know for myself, some of my triggers are in my mood. Like I can feel myself just so tensed up and tight, like everybody just be quiet. Everybody leave me alone. Leave me alone. And then when I see that, I'm like, it's happening. Yeah. It's happening. Yeah. I need some quiet time. Yeah. I need to lay down. I need to be by myself. I need to put on some candles. I need to regather, regroup, refocus myself because I'm getting overwhelmed. Yeah. And then it's like for me, when I used to get overwhelmed, I would call my grandfather. And let's talk about it. And he would always like calm me down. Or when my dad was alive, I would call him and, hey, old man, what's going on? And get that little joke in and kind of center myself, and then now that I don't have neither one of them, and now it's like, well, who's gonna calm me down now? Right. You know what I'm saying? Like I do have my husband, and sometimes I'm like, angry with him. Not because I want to, it's just because I'm triggered. You're just triggered and it just comes out. But I know how to control it now. So now when I'm overwhelmed, I'm able to express myself like, hey, y'all, I think I need some quiet time for myself. And then now my family knows, or my husband will see, and he'll be like, all right, kids, let me take them to the park. Let me take them outside. She needs some time. Yeah. Because moms, we do a lot. Dads do a lot too. I'm not saying they don't, but I'm speaking. Yeah. I'm only speaking from my side right now. Right. Like moms, we go through a lot. I got special needs children. So children in general is a handful. Then you add a little extra on the top. I homeschool, like potty training was crazy with my son. Like it was to the point he just potty trained himself. We were so happy. Like he is potty trained now and we are happy. But when you don't take that time to yourself, it can lead you to those dark places. Yeah. We don't like to use the word depression, but that's what we're talking about. But it'll take you to some of those dark places when you don't have those people that you used to rely on. Or some people, imagine when you were friends with somebody and you're not friends anymore. You like, that used to be my go-to. what does that person do now?
Right.
Or some people just don't have nobody.
Yeah.
So what do they do? So everybody has to find different things, but I think the times that we living into, it's crazy. You can't barely go buy groceries.
Yeah, life is hard right now.
It's very hard.
Life is very hard
Very
right
hard.
now. I'm just trying to just trying
Everybody's
to make it.
trying to make it.
Just trying to make it, but life is very hard to be an adult right now.
Life be lifing for sure.
Yeah, it's very hard to be a grown up right now, and so you just gotta put your big girl panties on and keep one foot in front of the other.
But I just wanted to tell you from your big cousin that I am so proud of the woman that you have grown up to be, and you're a wonderful mother. You're beautiful, beautiful Miss Chocolate, beautiful. Because I've seen you grow. I've seen you grow. You know what I'm saying? Like, it really just tripped me out when you start driving, and I'm like, my little cousin driving me around. Right. You driving me around now. But I just wanted to say you're doing a phenomenal job. I know that we both come through stages and different things in our life that, sometimes we don't know how we're going to get to or get out of. But I just want you to say, keep going, cuz you're doing an amazing job. And we're going to continue to root for each other.
Oh, I really appreciate
You're
that.
welcome.
I really do. Thank you so much.
No, just kidding. But we're going to wrap it up there, y'all. I really appreciate y'all just chiming in on this girl chat with us. Be on the lookout. We got some more coming. We're going to bring Auntie in here. We got to bring Auntie in there. We're going to give you some of them stories when we were younger. We're going to teach some people how to bathe properly, just in case they didn't know. You can't be having them little stale rags hanging up in your bathroom. We going to help y'all out.
You should be able to prop your leg up.
Prop that leg up. Confidence. Open it up.
Confidently.
Okay. We being silly.
All right.
But we gonna holler at y'all later. Alrighty. Bye.